All right, Elon Musk back on the Trump train, and reports say he's pouring big money into Republican midterm campaigns. He's warning on X, America is toast. If the radical left wins, they will open the floodgates to illegal immigration, and fraud won't be America anymore. All this comes as President Trump signals he's ready to mend fences with Musk.
Well, I really don't know. I mean, I like Elon a lot. He was he really helped during the election with his endorsement. He felt strongly. Look, we had one problem. You know, I didn't want to have everybody have to have an electric car, and he makes electric cars. And yeah, I think we get along well.
But as Elon Musk opens his checkbook, here's what he had to say about his last run in politics.
Would you do Doge again, knowing what you know now?
I mean, the thing is, like, I think instead of doing Doge, I would have basically built, worked on my companies essentially. So, and the cars they wouldn't have been burning the cars.
All righty, and Donna, what do you think? Is this a win for the Republican Party?
Well, yeah, I think it's a huge win. First of all, we're talking about a big checkbook, right? Here's somebody who has the ability to write big checks, to influence voters, to be able to get the word out. So obviously that's very important. Second of all, we have to look at Elon Musk and think about the fact that he did make a very huge sacrifice in being part of the government for as long as he was. His businesses took a hit, his stocks took a hit, his investors weren't happy. So, I do think that he made a huge sacrifice for the American people. And I think that there's a view here, and the view is, how do you see America? And we have one side that is now seeing America moving more toward this democratic socialist track. And then we have the other side that's saying we need to remain a capitalist country, and we can't forget what our goals are, and we can't forget what foundation we were built on. And I think that Elon Musk is another voice to say, here's the track that I think America should be on. And so therefore, I think it's very helpful to those that are on his side.
Well, MS Now is also weighing in on Elon Musk being part of all of this. Let's listen to what they had to say.
Elon Musk is the richest man in the world. So he has there's no ceiling on what he can give, especially now when it comes to PACs. I think at some point you'll see, a real need for campaign finance, like a public sentiment that embraces campaign finance reform, because the optics of this are just so jarring. The richest man in the world deciding these are the elections he wants to influence. I mean, it just seems not how any of this is supposed to work.
Leslie, maybe there does need to be election reform, because what about George Soros? Doesn't he weigh in? And he's done a lot of social justice campaigns, which some of the problems in our city stem from what he's done.
Well, I am in favor of campaign finance reform. And by the way, majority of Americans as of this morning, that's what the polls are showing, would agree with me. Elon Musk never left the Republican Party. If you read his comments, on X, and with the 25 Republican seats that my party has flipped as of late and the 0 that Republicans have flipped, to your point, no disrespect, no, it's not a Democratic Socialist Party. There are Democratic Socialist candidates that work in some places like here in New York. We saw central, more moderate Democrats like myself in Virginia, in New Jersey, become governors. And we see the momentum and, the poly market odds of, 87% now that my party is Democrats are going to take the House easily and may even take the Senate. We need to flip 4 seats. So I don't think his money is going to help. And the reason and I'm not surprised that he wants, he makes a lot of money with Donald Trump in office. He makes a lot of money with Republicans in charge. It may not be the same, if Democrats are, but it's going to take a lot more than money, because right now, if you look at all of the election outcome, the momentum is in my party's favor. And Elon has written many checks to many campaigns that my party has.
So George Soros, yeah.
Look,
money makes the world go round. But at the end of the day, what he doesn't want to see is a lot of the economic moves that the Trump administration has made in 2025, the big, beautiful bill. That's going to be money in people's pocketbooks next year. 1,000 to 2,000 extra. That's going to translate likely to votes. So I disagree with the notion that it's a foregone conclusion that the Democrats are going to take the House back. We'll see. But look, he doesn't want to see all of that undone because if you're talking about a deregulatory environment, that is good for the economy. They're talking about pricing. Affordability is the issue. We all know that for 2026. But that is why he doesn't. And yeah, he thought about doing his own party. Maybe he was angry at the president. He seems to have gotten over that anger. But at the end of the day, it is about the economy, stupid. And that's what this year is going to be about. And if we're going to be nothing but 2 years of impeachment proceedings if the House goes.
Tom, I'm just wondering, Donald Trump and Elon Musk have a very interesting relationship. Can we breathe deeply now that Elon Musk seems to be on Donald Trump's side?
Yes, I think it's great. It's great news. I always knew that there was a fight brewing because it was just too intense. Elon was up there on stage with him, jumping up and down. The energy was too high. And then he ignored his companies to do Doge. I just think he wasn't getting enough sleep. You know, when I don't get enough sleep, I get